Hello, scumbags. We're back here for Vote of No Confidence. And as per usual, this is now our post Last Jedi Vote of No Confidence. This is our second one. So be prepared for more Last Jedi content. If you haven't seen Last Jedi for some reason, then check it out. This is all spoiler talk. We're talking about Last Jedi, what happened in it, and what awesome and maybe not so awesome stuff that happened in it. But still, this is all about Last Jedi and Vote of No Confidence, all Last Jedi stuff, including stuff like ranking Star Wars. That's a special that's coming out soon as well, along with our month in review. And that's where we just take the best month, the moment in the month in review of this month, and then just show it to you guys. So it's a weekly, a monthly special that'll be really awesome that you guys get to watch every month now too. And as per usual, I have a guest. Somebody's got to debate against me, talk with me about this topic, and my guest today is, of course, one of the OG members of Rebel Scum podcast, Brock Smink. Brock, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, Rob. I'm the OG, the original Gungan, and I'm here to drop the knowledge. Let's do this.
You always drop the knowledge, Brock, so I appreciate you doing this episode. So as per usual, we always talk about topics, and this is post Last Jedi stuff. So what is our topic today?
Our topic today is, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, is Kylo Ren lying to Rey?
Right. One of the big topics just post Last Jedi and stuff like that that we wanted to know was what was Rey's lineage, and this is something that they addressed in this one specific scene. So, Brock, what side did you land on?
I believe I say yes. He is lying. He is a liar, and his pants are apparently on fire.
All right, so I'm excited to find out what your side of this is. How his pants are on fire, Brock. Throw us off here. Let us know.
One, I think everyone can agree that we would like Rey's lineage to be a little bit more exciting than that her parents were arbitrators, whatever they phrased it as in Last Jedi. I don't hate it, but because there's been such a build-up and everyone's been wanting to, I would hope there's more. But more importantly, I think Kylo isn't a trustworthy person because he looks like, I like his devotion to what he thinks. So even though he executed Snoke, spoilers, not too late, embargo's lifted. I think he's still an untrustworthy person because he's just out for himself. So he'll say whatever he says. He knows how to manipulate people.
Yeah, that's a true point. He is manipulative, and you could say a lot of things in that build up to it. It was about him trying to manipulate Rey and trying to get her to become his apprentice. But the thing that makes me think that he's not lying to her, and in the way that scene came together, is the fact that it's not like he just came out and told her. It's like, this is who your parents are. They're nobodies. They're these people that just sold you for a high or whatever. Is the fact that he didn't just tell it to her. He made her say it. Like he said, you know. Mm-hmm. It's like, I know and you know too.
So that's a good point.
Yeah,
good point.
So just say it out loud right now. Make it true to yourself so you can accept it, because he's part of what he is trying to get her to do is just let the past die. That was a line that he used several times throughout the movie. So it was just like he was manipulating her, sure, but at the same time, I feel like he was trying to get her to be trustworthy about herself and for her to say the truth. So I think the key thing there about whether he was lying to her or not is the fact that she kind of acknowledged it herself, that she agreed with him to an extent, because that's what he was thinking in the back of his head, but she was the one that full on said it. So I think that's a very important point, I guess, about this that I believe.
Well, I think there is something interesting about that scene specifically, because you're right. He does that where he's like, do it, say it, say what you know is true. And I feel like he does that a couple times, and I think one time is near the end where he's like, do it, tell me, say it, and she doesn't give in. So it's sort of like that vindictive. So I'm curious, because that's a very interesting comparison of they're very close. It's they are enemies, but they're also in this weird relationship. I think that was one of the very interesting things about Last Jedi, the relationship between Rey and Kylo. And it's just so up and down. Just great. There's something to be said about how there's that. I can't, even though I've seen it twice already, and I'm about to see it a third time tomorrow. Or no, probably at this point, I have watched. I can't even know where I am in the time space. I've probably watched it about 4 or 5 times now, but it's been. It's. I'm just completely kerfuffled. Anyways, it's the ending. She doesn't give in to him, so I'm curious if there's a reason why that's there, because it happens several times. So I mean, that could be the easy solution is Kylo's losing his control. Rey, which is okay, fine, but like I feel like there's something more to it, like especially with him turning his back on Snoke that quickly. I feel like in episode 9 more of this, so I just feel like there's something about Kylo that he knows. Like it's not just about power; it's also about messing with your mind, and that's why I'm like, oh, great, he's a liar. That's perfect.
No, yeah, that's a really good point about Kylo, because again, like that entire scene, I know we come back to it a few times within the movie, but that entire scene that took place in, I don't know, what should we call that, Snoke's throne room or whatnot. But the entire scene that took place in there just was about trying to figure out what Kylo is especially thinking throughout the entire scene. He's playing so many different sides, and he's playing Rey, and he's playing Snoke, he's playing the Praetorian Guards in some type of way too, I guess too. Yeah. But still, it was all about that. And I think the key thing about all that is that, again, like he was playing the long con with Rey the whole time, right? That his ultimate goal was that, yeah, he was going to kill Snoke in there, but the key thing about it was that he also needed Rey. He wanted Rey to be his apprentice in some type of way, or his partner, or regardless.
Yeah.
So again, yeah, maybe he was fudging the truth a little bit going into it, but I think the key thing about at least the lineage reveal, her parentage reveal, is that he was trying to manipulate her, but manipulating her into telling the truth about herself. And even though he got her to acknowledge that part, it was after that he was just like, hey, the next step is that you have to join me, and that's where she insisted, right? So, yeah, it's a very interesting part of it, because Rian Johnson did a really good job, especially of writing that scene and the way he wrote that scene.
Yeah, shoot, I was gonna say, I was gonna say something about Snoke, and it was oh god. Anyways, I'm blanking. Of course, I'm on vacation.
Yeah,
I can't focus.
This Last Jedi altogether is just just a information overload altogether, with just the amount of things that happen in it, right? So it takes some time to process, even after seeing it so many times, because there's still so many things to think about. So, yeah, I don't know. It's
I know what it was. The whole this connection they had, and it was all fulfilled by Snoke. That's another reason why I think like there's a little bit of misdirection or lies, or maybe Kylo's not aware that he has the wrong piece of information. But Snoke creating that bond to them, where they could basically speak to each other, and then somewhat in that same scene, he reveals like it was me the whole time. You guys have no connection. Like you're not strong. I'm curious if like Kylo is seeing something that Snoke implanted in there. Of course, like you said, it's like Kylo doesn't say it, but it doesn't necessarily just because Rey says it. She's just saying they were nobodies. They were not, because that's the only information she actually has. She has the memory in Force Awakens where the ship is taking off, and so her memories could be, and she's grown up on Jakku where she's a nobody, where nobody cares about her, and says, "Oh, your parents just told you they're dead in some pauper's grave," and it's like, well, just after a point, if you listen to that for years and years and years, that becomes your reality. So I don't know. Am I okay with it just being that? Yes, because I kind of like that all our Snoke our Snoke theories and all our Rey theories just go away. And I'm like, haha, take that internet. But yeah, I kind of hope there's a little bit more to it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because again, like whatever answer we got within this was really just from the point of view of two people, and at least from what the knowledge they had, right? So I think, the Snoke reveal is completely different because of what end Snoke had in this, but this is the one that's a little bit more up in the air. That it could still be something other than what they gave us. So this topic I think can still live for a little bit, although we got an answer in some type of way. Like this is one thing, like as opposed to them just saying out of nowhere in episode 9, Snoke is now Plagueis. He is Plagueis. But then it's like, what do I care now because he died? So but this one is kind of more like they could just say like, hey, you don't have all the information in some type of way, and they could say that Kylo was lying in some type of way. Or
I mean, it's very easy. You compare it to Luke's situation where he thought his father was just a pilot.
Yep.
And then turns out he's the Dark Lord and like second command of the Empire. So it's like it's not so much a lie as the truth is covered up or not. You only get a piece. All she said was they were nobody. They were drunk scavengers. Okay, what else have to be something else? If they're terrible, that's fine. But there's more to that. And I think in episode 9 we're definitely going to get more of a backstory because why did Kylo join Snoke? There's so many little things that are still, and I think that's going to give us a really good conclusion. So yeah, and it's fun. I'm strange that I'm arguing this after months of saying, is she a Skywalker or Solo? I'll lose my mind. So, and I didn't get that. So, like, why am I arguing? It's like, why can't Rey just be Rey? So.
No, yeah, and it still might have turned up in a way, but it'd be kind of funny if in some type of way they have another scene and Rey now knows more of the truth, and turns out that at least her parents could still be nobodies, but at least there were possibly people that cared about her in some type of way. That could still be a reveal where they weren't just traitors, and at least they were people that perhaps went off to join the resistance and they put her away because they knew that she would be a target or something like that. That could even still be the reveal. The reveal doesn't have to be that it's she's a Kenobi, she's a Palpatine, she's a Skywalker. The reveal could just simply be that her parents cared a lot more about her than you thought. That could simply be the reveal. And it would just be funny to have again, after she finds that out, Rey and Kylo come together again, and it's like, you lied to me. And then Kylo just says, from a certain point of view, I told you the truth. To just relive that type of scene. Kind of funny. But yeah, this is an interesting topic altogether, because I still think there's some debate about what her lineage could be, because this one was the one that's not really defined yet. So again, you guys are watching, comment below, let us know what you guys think. Vote, let us know, do you think Kylo lied to Rey about her lineage, about who her parents are? So comment below. Brock, where can people find you, buddy?
You can find me in Hada's Castle. No. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BFSmink. And, just Instagram or I don't know, whatever.
So send them all the messages. And as per usual, you can find me at Robert E. McDonald on Twitter and Instagram. And follow me on Stardust. I just finished my countdown to Christmas, 25 Christmas movies over 25 days. It was tiring, I'll be honest. But still, got my Last Jedi reviews there. You can finally, I got 3 reactions for The Last Jedi. You can literally see me before I saw the movie, after I saw the movie, and after I saw the movie a second time. So it's an interesting bridge that you could bridge between all those different reactions. So regardless, thank you for watching as usual. Tune in for more Vote No Confidence, more Rebel Scum podcast on YouTube channel, youtube.com/Rebel Scum podcast. And as per usual, may the force be with you.
Happy New Year!
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.